but I've been around racing enough to know this. The attenuator is a carbon fiber piece that extends from the car, attaching that wing, and it is designed to absorb a lot of the energy upon an impact. So when there is a crash, as that energy then transfers from the wall back into the tub of the driver, it is designed to absorb a lot of that energy to keep the driver and the tub of the car safe. The only reason this is of relevance in this conversation is this. The attenuator is made of a carbon fiber that the way it's designed, it is designed where it's not the smoothest piece of equipment on the car. And when you're running at speeds and you're going for maximum speed, just like you look at on the interstate, a Corvette or a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, they are aerodynamically designed to be faster than a semi because they're sleek so the air can just fly right off of it. Those attenuators are not designed for air necessarily to fly right off of it. It can cause a little bit of drag, a tenth of a thousandth of a second. But nonetheless, the air can get kind of caught up on that attenuator. So yesterday, Will Power's car went through tech inspection. For those that are unfamiliar, in any qualifying session in INDYCAR, all of the cars go through what's called tech inspection. Kevin Blanche is the director of this for the INDYCAR series. Kyle Novak is the oversees all of the competition things for the INDYCAR series. But each car, when it goes to the tech inspection, is looked over to make sure that all parts of the car are within the rule book of the specifications so that everybody is going under the same thing and that everybody has the same level playing field of equipment. Now, the way you design it, the way that you contour your car, all of those things make it go faster. The engine that you have in it, how you warm up your engine, etc. But there are very specific determinations as to the attenuator. One of the rules is this. Yes, we know that this is a part that in its form as it comes out of the box maybe isn't designed to be the fastest that it can be. But too bad, so sad. That's the rules. You cannot alter it. So when Will Power's car went through inspection, Kevin Blanche noticed that attenuator looks like it's been altered. And I'm pretty sure there's a rule that says you can't alter that. And I'm going to check on that. But we got a bunch of cars lined up here. We've got qualifying getting underway. So let's send Power about his way, and I'm going to check on something. So they send Power out, and they're pulling Power out onto the grid. Then Josef Newgarden, Will Power's teammate, his car comes through. Kevin Blanche again looks at the attenuator of Josef Newgarden's car and says, okay, in fact, this one has been altered because I've now seen two other cars in between Power's and Newgarden, so I have something by which to compare. And it appears as though Newgarden's has been altered. So he calls over a member of the Team Penske team and says, do me a favor. Get on your radio and tell the Will Power team I want to see that car back here as well. They pull Power's car back off the line. And at that time, so they say, hey, we may be needing this car back. At that time, Will Power's team, realizing that that is something that they were going to look into, started to modify the attenuator back to its original form. And other race teams noticed it and said, what are they doing here? There's some funny business going on. So they pulled Will Power's car back. They looked at Josef Newgarden's and said, guys, here's the thing. We told you these cannot be altered, and you altered them. Now, you got two choices. One is you can go out and qualify these cars right now, and we're telling you right now, when you come back, because after every car is qualified, then you can be selected to come back through tech inspection, and everything has to match exactly how your car looked when you went out to make sure that you're not doctoring anything. After you go through tech inspection, everything better match the way it was the second that you left the principal's office. When you come back to the principal's office, you better be dressed the exact same way. And so they said, you can go back out, but we can tell you right now, we're going to impound both cars immediately, and they are going to fail tech inspection. and your times are then going to be wiped out. So Team Penske at that point said, you know what? Fine. Guilty is charged, whatever you want to call it. We'll take the penalty and we will start in the fourth row. That's where everything stood. But then Doug Bowles, who is now the president of the INDYCAR series, held a press conference just about an hour ago where he said, it is true that at the end of the day, that's where things stood, that their penalty was they were going to start in the fourth row. And all of the investigation we have, because it's a very fair question. Well, wait a minute. What if actually when they went out on Saturday to put themselves into this group of 12, were the cars legal then? It is Doug Bowles' contention that they were legal on Saturday, and the alteration took place sometime between Saturday and Sunday. But when Doug Bowles went home last night and began talking about it and thinking about it and analyzing it with Kevin Blanch and Kyle Novak and everyone else, there was a rule that kept jumping out in his mind. It is Rule 9.2.1, which essentially gives INDYCAR the flexibility or the right to impact a decision of ruling and penalty based on what they deem to be the crime. And I will let Doug Bowles explain